What was a significant turning point in your life?
Moving to Melbourne at 18 by myself to come and live with strangers.
Moving from working at McDonald's to a supermarket LD role.
Ran away from home in the middle of exams.
What caused it?
Uni, so I got into the degree I wanted, so I decided just to move straight away.
Working at McDonald's was my first job for like 5 years, and then transitioning because I wanted to do something new.
It was just too much stress. I think the lockdown during COVID, being in BCE for 2 years doing lockdown and SACs, it just made me see that the future's so unpredictable. I couldn't do that. I could not do that again.
Did it change you as a person?
I think I've matured a lot as a person.
Interacting with people in a way, I used to always just ignore them, but now I still ignore them, but in a way I interact with them in a better way.
And make decisions for myself and just kind of lead by my own way.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I think what's important about filming interviews is capturing people's thought process. Moments of silence and blank staring aren't bad or boring. They're really insightful and intimate, showing the person is thinking about their answer. You can envision the scenes and memories that flash through their minds when they hear the words of the question. I think that's what makes good interviews, because it feels like a natural conversation rather than an orchestrated interrogation. I want my portrait to have that essence. This is really important because he goes on to say that people in interviews often don't go where they can't cope. So if I want my interviewee to lay it all on the table or open up a wound, I need to probe them and have them take the initiative to do that. Asking questions like, you said you didn't like apples. What happened that made you not like apples? And the order I construct my portrait doesn't have to replicate the order that I did the interview in. Instead, when I attain this emotional sentiment, I should place it somewhere where it impacts everything else that's said. It also says to listen like an editor. Having this mentality will definitely prevent trying to piece together information that doesn't make sense on its own. If I come into this with a plan, I'll be able to have all these puzzle pieces of the interview that I can put together and make a really nice picture with, because the people aren't witnessing me taking this interview. This is an edited portrait actually being made during the editing process.
In most cases, they're reluctant to spend that kind of money on a woman.
I think there would be backbiting and talking afterwards, you know what I mean?
Routine jobs that men don't want.
She'd probably say quite a lot. Well, I didn't really like to say that in front of her because, you know what I mean?
One company told me that
men
I might
working
be
under
raped
women.
if I go
And I think
into
this
the
is because
plan.
they do have their pride to think of. They like to think of themselves as breadwinners in society.
Their human relationships for the people that they work with and work through.
Dirty part of the plant,
They
and it would
doubt.
be unsuitable for a woman.
Started their working
leadership
lives
policies.
in business.
They doubt
Now, they're more important to their husbands' careers, learning about table settings.
Virtually working in a man's world, and they accept it from the beginning that it's a man's world. I mean, there's no use pounding your head against a stone wall when you're going to get where you want to go without too much problem.